Hello guys, today we will discuss about HTML forms. Generally the form is used to collect the user input. In our daily life, you must have come up with forms which should be filled in order to apply for something. And there you may have noticed about various fields, that is text field, for example your first name, your last name, or checkboxes. In the same way, in HTML we also have the form which accepts the user input.
So there are different form elements which when combined generate a form. First one is our input element. It is the most important element in our form. You can take as an example as email and password. The next one is select element. It defines a drop down list and followed by different options. The next one is text area. The text area is a multi-line input field. For example, your comment or feedback field where you can type enough text. And the last one is data list element, which consists of different options as well as predefined options for input element. So now we will discuss about various input element types. The first one is text input, which defines a one-line input field. The password, which defines a password field. The radio button, which allows the user to select one of the options. The submit button, which allows the user to submit the form data. The reset button, which allows the user to reset all the values. And the date, which is used for input field that should contain a date. The month, which is used to select a month and year. And the checkboxes, which allows the user to select one or more input. And the time, which allows the user to select time. So next is our input attribute, where the first one is action attribute, which defines the action to be performed when the form is submitted. That is, when user clicks on submit button, the form data will be sent to a web page on the server side. The next one is a method attribute. There are two types of method, the get method and the post method, where default method is our get method. However, when get is used, form data will be visible in our page address field, whereas in post method it doesn't display the submitted form data in a page address field. You must use post method if the form data contains sensitive or personal information. And one more advantage of post method is that it has no size limitation and can be used to send large amount of data. So this is our sample HTML form in which I have implemented nearly all the elements. So on the left hand side you can check the form output, whereas in the right hand side we have the code. So to create a form we need a form tag followed by action attribute and the method attribute. Here for the demo purpose we are not sending our form data to any server, so I have left the action blank. And we are using two more tags, that is legend tag and field set tag. Field set will group the related element in form and it also draws a box around those elements. And the legend tag defines the caption for the field set element, that is sign up in our case. So next is the first name, where input type equal to text, name equal to fname and placeholder equal to first name, where the value of name is the name of the table of the server side database, and the value of placeholder will be the hint for the specific input. Similarly, we will write the username and last name. Then for the password section, the type is equal to password followed by the name attribute. Then for the radio button, the type equal to radio followed by the name attribute and the value attribute that will contain the actual value for the specific radio button. That is, suppose if we will not mention the value and we will check the mail radio button, then how the server will get to know about our selection? So that is why we must mention the value attribute. Then next is our date of birth, where type equal to date followed by the name. Then the select option, whose syntax is select followed by the name and option followed by the values. Then the text area, where we can specify the word limits in terms of rows and columns, which allow you to write enough text. And lastly, the reset and submit button, where reset with allows you to reset the form data and submit will transfer the form data to the server. So guys, thanks for watching this video. Please do like, subscribe and share it among your friends. And don't forget to leave your feedback in the comment section.